月就行了，要不咱们也试用一下？
那还等什么？能让我们先试用后购买，产品质量、售后服务肯定差不了。电话是多少？
我记过，400-616-8899，400-616-8899，我这就打电话订一台。
沃克净水机承诺15天不满意无条件拆机，先体验后购买，让大家用得放心。1个月一付款，售后更有保障。想试机的朋友，快拨打400-616-8899，116-8899。
好的。我们先来关注江西3月30号晚上到31号凌晨，南昌不少地方因强烈的天气下起冰雹，很多停在室外的车站受了压，车站的这个对长途的伤痕，不少人在您的微信的朋友圈里看出了非常多的感情的美。我们来看江西详细的一天，以下来介绍一下车辆备查的情况。
暮春之际，马路上被刺头埋死的小动物真是别等心事。这么一想，皮皮就产生了强烈的同情心。
哦，是这个。可是后来是所导致的。而且呢，基本发现这些受伤的车辆也都是从路边停放的这个。那么其中呢有一部车主告诉记者，他家的车受伤程度不可承受了，这个车辆的后挡风玻璃呢，记者呢注意到呢，在上这个后窗玻璃呢上部的凹痕和这个窟窿，那么后备箱呢与后座上也都是。那么在这个需求都是有所增加，结合通达风看风和带来的影响，对于投资者来说，应该怎么样是当前板块、当前和未来一段时间的投资价值？
钢铁行业呢，碳中和的一个投资的一个首选呢，主要一方面啊，钢铁企业它在排放端的话，有压力。
那对于这个车主来说，被风雹打伤的车辆，保险公司这样的这个措施呢？
因为这个冰雹等极端天气造成的这个车辆损坏呢，临时那么昨天的记者也采访了气象部门和多家的保险公司。那么据平安保险这个江西方方公司显示，截止昨天的下午的4点左右，那么该公司说是冰雹砸损还有水淹车辆的这个
这一个阶段，一方面由于整个产业政策的指导之下，我们做一个供需改革，可以起到一个立竿见影的减少碳排放和提升行业利润的一个结果。那么另一方面呢，我们又不需要说是这个依赖经过技术的升级，一个产能的一个供给，经历这样一个投资的这么一个时间段。
Allegations that 2 amendments to Hong Kong's basic law will undermine democracy in the city. On behalf of the staff, Shane Bigham in the Chinese capital, hoping you'll join us for the next edition of the Beijing Hour and open a window to the world.
我要学汉语 I want to learn Chinese.
其实并不难 ，It can be fun.
欢乐汉语 Chinese Studio。
It's time to perfect Chinese your way in only 5 minutes a day. Welcome to the Chinese Studio. I'm Cam, and I'm here with my wonderful and beautiful teacher, Yetia, who is helping us navigate the 超市 or supermarket.
Well, thank you so much, Ken. There's so many different products.
谋独乱港，必遭严惩。
现在发现这么多网记者2次提问，
其实接下来的这个问题也是我替一个朋友向您提问的。我这位朋友呢，他现在在台北读研究生，然后作为陆生呢，他和身边的很多的大陆的同学都迫切的希望能够赶快接种新冠疫苗。另外呢，他还跟我分享说，目前其实很多岛内民众对于台湾进口的阿斯利康疫苗很是反感，是因为苏贞昌和陈时中从刚开始拒绝施打，然后到现在呢，苏贞昌 说自己已经打了，但是没有人相信，因为大家觉得。
爱哥也打了我。兰州接受登记。对于华南、江南南部来说，今后3天的天气。
冤枉嘅，咁按講嘅係冤枉，因為你應該冇做一個宣傳唔的事係嘅。但係當時佢冇得宣傳，冇宣傳嘅時候，為咗避免雙方衝突啊，就將敵人列咗地點咗去地方。
了，你可以试试燕之屋新出的低糖低卡款晚宴，既营养还不用担心发胖。
瞧你状态这么好，看来这燕之屋晚宴真的很不错，我也得赶紧吃起来。
吃燕窝就选燕之屋，更安全、更营养、更高品质。燕之屋专线400-882-6669。
给负债哦，
进口货
进口。
好，听众朋友，以上您听到的是中国国务院台湾事务办公室3月31号举行的例行新闻发布会，发言人朱凤莲回答记者提问的部分现场录音。感谢收听今天的环球华人节目，明天同一时间我们再会。没有最遥远的距离，不问梦开始的地。
走进伦敦中国城，大家熟悉的餐厅。
在墨尔本唐人街上，循着乡音穿行。
习惯了旧金山花园大店开，性感。
Local holiday, a Queensland holiday. Yes, we're all safe, and that's great, and we're grateful that we're all safe, but just feeling for business at the moment.
Around 744,000 Australians have so far received the COVID vaccination, well below the 4 million that had been anticipated. The vaccine rollout has been plagued by delays from Europe, last week's flooding and some distribution issues. The federal government says the problems are being addressed as local vaccine supplies become available. And house prices are continuing their climb, recording their largest monthly increase since 1988. Prices in Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart, Canberra and Brisbane are all at record highs. Turning to finance, and oil is trading at $59.1 a barrel, and $1 Australian is buying 75 US cents. It's 6:03.
Another first for KZ, online, on air, coming soon.
Manly is staring down the barrel of its worst start to an NRL season in 12 years. The winless Sea Eagles face the daunting task of taking on the ladder-leading Penrith Panthers tonight at Brookvale Oval. Coach Des Hasler says they need to fix things quickly before the season gets away from them.
They have to be quick fixes when you talk about, at this level, displaying about, controlling possession and building pressure. That's something that you need a quick fix on straight away.
Still with league, and the Roosters have been dealt another blow with Sam Verrills to miss up to 5 weeks with a knee injury, while Tom Dearden will again come off the bench tomorrow night when Brisbane come up against Melbourne. Round 3 of the AFL season begins tonight with Collingwood hosting Brisbane at Marvel Stadium. Sydney will host the final of the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2023, and the A-League match between Brisbane and Western Sydney will proceed as normal on Saturday at Redcliffe. It's 6:04. That's the latest news and sport.
Did you know that you could have solar installed with no deposit from as little as $13 per week? Just call Mission Solar. That's a system that could save you up to $38 per week from your power bill. Do the maths on that. It's a cash flow positive situation from the day of installation. Divert your hard-earned money from the energy retailer's pockets and put it towards owning your own home energy system by talking to Damien at Mission Solar. Google Mission Solar. T's and C's apply. Available to approved applicants only. 4KZ Weather. Selectability. Delivering
see a project of this scale in New Zealand.
And COVID star Susie Wiles is named New Zealander of the Year.
Of all years, I think this is the year that the team of 5 million should have won it, when it's an effort that took so many people.
The 18 morning forward weekdays from 6 on air and online.
Brian Crouch is back after this short forecast from Met Service until midnight tomorrow. Northland to Waikato, including Coromandel and Bay of Plenty. Showers, some heavy and thundery, clearing overnight, fine weather tomorrow. Waitomo to Manawatu, including Central High Country, Gisborne and Hawke's Bay. A few showers, some possibly heavy and thundery, clearing and becoming fine tomorrow morning, rain developing tomorrow night. Port of Whenua to Wellington and Wairarapa, cloudy periods, rain developing tomorrow afternoon. For Nelson and Marlborough, fine weather, cloud increasing tomorrow morning with scattered rain tomorrow night. Canterbury, fine, however rain developing tomorrow morning, easing to showers in the evening. Bulla to Fiordland, including Otago and Southland, cloud and rain developing in Fiordland tonight, spreading northwards overnight and tomorrow morning, before easing to isolated showers by tomorrow night. Tasman Islands rain, easing to a few showers tonight, returning tomorrow night. A full roundup of today's main stories is in our next news and weather at 10. This is RNZ National, 6.5 minutes past 9.
Thanks, Susanna. As promised, I have put up a link on our Facebook page if you have access to that, and the person who texted saying, I thought a program about Scottish independence was to be on at 8:30. And of course he would have missed that because we broadcast that at 7:30 because...
没落，父亲呢是靠卖早点来供养4个子女的。郎少安11岁那年家境贫寒，所以没办法，他被迫辍学，在天津左营界当学徒，学习石印。一次特别偶然的机会，在白塔寺庙会上，他被捏面人的手艺人给吸引住了。6位长者手指特别的灵活，随手拿那么一团面啊，捏什么像什么。郎少安呢就那么坐在那儿，整整看了一天。6位长者呢看这孩子，这是好像对这还挺感兴趣啊，看他心也挺诚的，就把他收了做徒弟。打那之后，郎少安的面人这一捏就成了辈子。在3年的时间里，他背着香。面人郎的名声也随之传遍了五湖四海。冰心曾经在《面人郎访问记》里面写过一段文字：一副带棚的挑子，上面挂着几只大拇指头大小的风筝，旁边挂着几只黄豆大小的花脸面具，几只绿豆大小的空钟，里面格子上摆着一行一行的半个米粒儿大小的小白鸭子，箱子里面放着小米大小的糖球，全是小孩所向往的吃的玩的，真是应有尽有。我都不知道他是怎么捏的，会捏得这么小，这么可爱。2008年，面人郎被列入第2批国家级非物质文化遗产。这个流行了将近100年的手艺得到了国家的认可，但是非常遗憾，像很多旧时代的手艺一样，在大规模机械化生产时代精心打磨的手工艺品逐渐没落，面人郎当然也不例外。的小朋友可能更多的是把他们的注意力和目光放在那些新潮的玩意儿上，那这种用手艺精心打磨的工艺品，年轻人不感冒，市场不景气，也就没人再愿意学这个古老的手艺了，那生传就必然成了问题。接力棒就这么交到了我们第3代传人，我们今天的主人公郎。
A dramatic impact on the local landscape. Scientists from a range of institutions headed out into the field and onto their computers to find out what happened. And they are still hard at work collecting data and analysing information. Earthquake geologists, scientists,
lay aside every...
as a result of this latest outbreak, because frankly the protection the Commonwealth had committed to giving some of our most vulnerable members of the community.
Parramatta, but that brings the total to twice in the last 1,420 games.
Problem, her job ads aren't getting many bites.
It is one of the single most challenging things. We're having to cap our capacity because we don't have enough staff to cover all the shifts and all the hours of operation.
With international borders closed, the normal pool of migrant workers simply isn't there. And with COVID outbreaks still happening, the threat of a sudden industry-wide lockdown remains. And workers, she says, are sick of coming to work every day, not knowing if they'll be employed by day's end. She's offered to give workers a trial period where they can come on staff for a few weeks to see if they like it. But that hasn't worked either.
And they can check us out, we can check them out and see if culturally it's the right fit. And, for some time, we might set up trials for people to come in and
work through some of these issues. Are you satisfied with the role of consultants in this process?
Well, the first thing is for the Minister to admit finally that we've got a problem.
Coach last week, maybe they'll turn out a performance and
are facing. But the Brisbane outbreak has shown in order to get economic activity going, the sorts of events that people want to go to, jobs back secure, we need a timely rollout of this vaccine strategy. We also, though, we need to make sure that this current generation of vaccines to deal with the original virus has been put into people's arms before we really need to confront the possibility of booster shots to deal with the fact that this virus is mutating around the world. So Greg Hunt needs to recognise we've got a problem. In the last couple of days, he was saying that we're the envy of the world and the other nations are watching us to see how fantastically we're rolling out this vaccine strategy. It's simply not the case.
Outback Queensland is set to be one of the first regions in the state to be vaccinated against COVID-19, despite the vast distances and the sparse population. Does it...
KZ Network. And next break, we'll send a bit of a shout out to one of our shortwave listeners in Bundaberg.
Cassowary Coast Libraries are delivering a fun school holiday program with free activities including...
Look, there's been some absolutely memorable matches here. You think about the Melbourne versus Manly, but
Families have free access to e-resources including magazines, audiobooks and stories. Board games, Wi-Fi and computers are available